Welcome to HyperScale Video Workshop. My name is Brett Green. This week I received Gecko Models' newest release, which is a Bedford MWD 1500 weight 4x2 general service open cab aeroscreen truck. Now, it's probably surprising that we've never had a Bedford MWD as an injection moulded kit in 35th scale. It's probably even more surprising that we do have one in 1/48 scale, and that's from Airfix. We'll actually be seeing some more of that kit fairly soon, both on Missing Links and also in Model Military International magazine, because Luke Pitt has just finished a quarter scheme Bedford MWD for a detailed article. So keep an eye out for that one. It's nice. But this is going to be one of my unboxing videos where I open the box and browse the contents for the very first time, and you get to share vicariously in my pleasure. So let's have a look at what's in the box. In fact, before we do that, we have the various marking options and camouflage options on the side. So we have a Northwestern Europe, we've got an Italy scheme, and also a North Africa scheme. So three markings, varied markings for our Bedford. Okay, so inside the lid we have a white cardboard box, very sturdy, and that opens up with a flap here, and we are presented with a big instruction booklet. It's 32 pages. I can tell because I'm looking at the back page right now. And we have some history on the front. We've got a list of suggested tools, a parts guide, parts tree guide along here, and as you would expect, the usual illustrated instructions across those 32 pages. I would imagine at the end of the book, yes, we have, I beg your pardon, there are 4 marking options. So that one is with the British Expeditionary Force in France in June 1940. Here's one with the Welsh Guards in the Netherlands in 1944. Royal Artillery in Italy, and that's 1944 as well. And the final one is with the Black Watch in El Alamein, October 1942. So there's plenty of variety there. It's going to be a hard choice to pick which one of those I would like to actually use. So we have multiple boxes, multiple bags, I beg your pardon, here. They are sealed bags with a couple of sprues in each. And we have here what appears to be a sprue with a firewall, with nicely textured soft cab roof, which is nice. Exhaust, a few boxes and bits and pieces, steering wheel, suspension springs and so forth. So bits and pieces on there, more bits and pieces on here. So it looks like we've got some suspension parts, some tools, really nice, small, fine, delicate parts as well, and very little flash on these, and quite narrow attachment points too. So that's good. This sprue, single one in a bag, is the cargo bay. So we have not actually wood grain texture on there, but it's nice fine board texture, as well as raised metal strips and rivets and so forth. And it looks like some kind of a fabric texture on those parts in the top of the sprue as well. I'm not quite sure what that is, but I'm sure we'll find out as time goes by. Here we have another 2 sprues in a bag. The first one has more cargo tray parts. So we've got the what looks like the rear drop flap. We have chassis rails, so it looks like the chassis must be multiple parts. That looks like a mount, like a base for the floor. So that's all good. We also have the front of the body, the side of the body is separate parts, so it looks like you can pose those either open or gone to display what I presume we're going to find as engine detail. We have a few identical sprues here. I've dropped one of them. It doesn't matter though, because here's another. We've got rails, we've got wheels, and once again some small detail parts. And a headlight. I'd better pick that up or I'll step on it. Another two identical parts with mud guards, more timber parts for the cargo tray, and there are two of those parts there. Here we have the prophesized engine. There it is. That's quite nicely detailed. So if you're only catching glimpses of that through the side of the bonnet, then that's probably plenty. Otherwise you could add some wiring and cabling and so forth. So here are the front mud guards and what appear to be probably doors and some smaller parts as well. Good news. Okay, I have a little plastic bag here and it contains 4 tyres, and they're plastic parts. So let me see if I can get it to snap on there. There we go. So a nice tread pattern there, and they're not vinyl. So I think that's very good news as far as I'm concerned. I'm not a big fan of vinyl tyres. They seem to be getting better as time goes by, but they really don't take paint very well. They're a little bit difficult to clean up in terms of seam lines. And probably the biggest problem is you can't flatten them. They're basically the shape they came in, and you can't change it. All right, next we have, but yes, plastic wheels of plastic tyres, of course, don't have that problem. So I consider that as a major advantage. So we have more body parts here. I think doors. Looks like probably the top of the driver's cab, and some fairly uncomfortable looking timber slat backrests. Ooh, very nice driver figure. He's a goodie. Let's see if we can get a close-up of him. So we have 2 heads. As they say, it's always better than one. One of them has a beret and one of them has a side cap. And he's a seated driver figure, so he'll be there with his hands on the steering wheel. We have, it's a Ziploc bag. I won't cut that one. Okay, we've got another couple of identical sprues. So we have 2 of these. So there's the seats, nice cushion there. Got a 303 Lee Enfield rifle. Looks like some storage containers and so forth. So that's another bits and pieces one. And here we have the wheel hubs, which are actually moulded with part of the sidewall of the tyre. So I can see why they would do that. It makes cleanup a little bit different to having a centerline seam to clean up on a tyre. So yep, there's 2 of those as well. And a bit of a miscellaneous sprue, in fact 2 identical again, of this one, which is infantry equipment. So we've got, in fact, was it identical? No, it's not. They're not identical. I'll just grab that one back. So we've got various packs and stowage and water bottles on that one, and we have little ammo packs and the British Mark 1 helmet as well, 5 of those. So a little bit of stuff to throw in the back. Next up is this clear sprue, And this clear sprue has the headlights, the two aero screens. So rather than having a big windscreen, it's just got a small screen in front of the driver and the passenger. I guess that can probably be folded down onto the bonnet as well. And coming to the bottom of the box here, we also have a nice photo etched sprue with what seems to be a storage box. We've got some mesh and a whole stack of tiny itsy bitsy little parts. So if you love photo etch, then you're going to love this. If not, then you'll probably be able to get away with not actually fitting a lot of this stuff. I'll probably use the box and the mesh, but I'm not really sure about the rest. Yes, nobody will judge you. Actually, they probably will, but you know, don't worry about it. That's fine. And the final piece of the puzzle is a nice Decals sheet with the markings for the 4 vehicles. Some really nice varied markings on here as well, with the RAF style roundel for the North Africa version, and various unit markings and individual markings for the rest of them. So that's it. That's Bedford's MWD 1500 weight truck. It's nice to actually have this in 35th scale now. And I've got to admit, I actually bought, when I heard this was coming, even before it arrived, I bought a pair of figures to pop in the cargo tray, who are doing the obligatory map reading and pointing. Hang on, I'll actually go and get it. Panzer art, and yeah, they're very nice. So I thought I'll stick a bit of cargo in the tray, and I'll put them in there with it as well, trying to decide where they're going next. But as far as the kit goes itself, the Gecko Models Bedford MWD looks really nice in the box. I don't think I've built a Gecko kit yet, but I think that this might be the first. So I can thoroughly recommend what I've seen so far. The proof of the pudding is always in the building with these things, but I don't see anything terribly scary here. We'll have a full detailed review on missing links and HyperScale with some high resolution images and a bit more background information. But in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed our little vicarious look at Gecko's newest model. Well, from HyperScale Video Workshop, that's all from me for the moment. Bye for now.